Chewy, have you ever stopped to wonder if there's something beyond what we can see or touch? A force or presence that has always been there but often goes unnoticed. It might sound mysterious, but what if this higher being is closer than you think? Could it be that this higher presence is trying to communicate with you through subtle signs that you might not recognize? What if you're receiving messages without even realizing it? Imagine that this presence is beside you, quietly waiting for you to acknowledge it. Often it speaks to us through intuitive nudges or inner feelings, guiding us toward important realizations that our physical senses might overlook. Our higher self is deeply connected to the physical, emotional, and spiritual layers that make up our existence. These dimensions influence each other in ways we might not always notice. Even if we choose to ignore this connection, it continues shaping our everyday reality in the background, often without us being fully aware. If these ideas resonate with you and help you understand your connection to your higher self, don't forget to leave a like. Supporting the channel allows us to continue bringing you content that enriches your spiritual journey. And of course, subscribe to stay connected and keep receiving videos that will guide you on this path of self-discovery. We're all in this together. Now, what is it that our higher self truly seeks? The ultimate goal is for us to become aware of the energies that surround us and how they impact our inner being. Without this awareness, it can be difficult to discern what nurtures us and what drains us. Today, we'll explore how to tap into this deeper connection and strengthen our relationship with our higher self. One of the clearest signs of this connection comes through vivid dreams. These dreams are not random, they are channels through which our higher self sends messages. When you dream about situations that feel connected to your waking life, it's not mere coincidence. It's an invitation to pay attention, to nurture your passions, and to move forward on your spiritual journey. Another subtle sign is when you see your own experiences reflected in the words or actions of others. Have you ever had a conversation where the other person's words seem to perfectly align with what you've been thinking? These moments of synchronicity are clear signals that your higher self is trying to guide you through the people around you. Picture yourself talking to a friend and suddenly their words echo exactly what's been on your mind. It feels like a deeper connection, as if you're both tuned into the same energy. This synchronization is one of the ways your higher self may be trying to communicate with you, urging you to pay closer attention to these meaningful moments. If these kinds of coincidences frequently occur in your interactions, it's important to pay attention. These connections are not mere chance, they may be messages from your higher self subtly trying to communicate with you. To fully grasp what is being conveyed, it's essential to create moments of stillness. Only in silence can we deepen this connection, allowing our inner wisdom to guide us on the right path. Another clear sign of our higher self's intervention is intuition. That inner voice that directs us when we're facing important decisions, often before events fully unfold. A simple example, imagine you're rushing out of the house one morning, needing to decide between two routes to work. One is the usual path, while the other is less familiar, but something makes you consider it as an option. At the moment of choice, you feel a slight discomfort about taking your usual route. An internal sense, without any clear reason, pushes you toward the less traveled road. As you continue, you discover that your usual path was blocked by an accident, causing significant delays. This intuition, guided by something beyond logic, helped you avoid frustration and start your day more smoothly. If you want to delve deeper into your spiritual journey, don't forget to download my ebook Divine Essence, Rediscovering the Inner Self and Spiritual Peace. The link is in the description below. This example shows how intuition protects and directs us toward decisions that we often don't fully understand until the events unfold. That inner feeling isn't just a reaction, but the manifestation of a deep wisdom that's always working in our favor. Even when intuition leads us to unexpected outcomes, it presents valuable opportunities for learning and spiritual growth. Trusting that subtle guidance is one of the most powerful steps we can take on our journey to self-awareness. Intuition is a loyal companion that, if we listen to it, will guide us toward a life filled with greater fulfillment and understanding of ourselves. So another powerful sign of our higher self's intervention is the appearance of certain people in our lives at critical moments. It may seem puzzling at first, but these connections go beyond mere coincidence. Have you ever felt like someone entered your life just when you needed them the most? These people don't arrive by accident, they are part of a deeper synchronization, as if the universe is orchestrating events to bring you together. When we encounter individuals who offer support or guidance at pivotal moments, we must recognize that they are part of a much larger cosmic design. These people aren't there by chance. Their presence is a response to the needs of our soul at that precise moment. So instead of resisting these connections, it's important to appreciate the beauty of how the universe arranges these encounters. Our soul, in perfect harmony with the energies of the cosmos, attracts those who can help us on our journey. It's inspiring to think that the universe is always orchestrating these moments, revealing the deep interconnectedness between our spiritual essence and the forces around us. Recognizing this synchronicity allows us to see that we are not alone on our journey, but are accompanied by those who share valuable lessons or purposes that contribute to our growth. Another key sign that our higher self uses to communicate with us is through our thoughts. Often we believe our thoughts are just automatic responses to what's happening around us, but in reality they are much more than that. They are a channel through which our higher soul guides us. Thoughts aren't random, they reflect our perception of the world and how we engage with it. Our mind, deeply connected to our inner essence, nudges us to think more positively, encouraging us to recognize the significance of the connections in our lives. Our inner emotions and spiritual beliefs play a crucial role in shaping our thoughts. This interaction between emotions and thoughts is one of the ways our higher self tries to communicate with us. By nurturing this connection through meditation, self-reflection, and mindfulness, we can deepen our access to the internal wisdom that guides us in the search for our life's purpose. The process of observing and reflecting on our thoughts also helps us understand our deepest beliefs, desires, and values, which are essential aspects of our higher self. Sometimes these thoughts manifest as intuitions or insights that transcend logic, revealing truths we may not always be able to explain rationally. So these intuitions are clear signs that our soul is speaking to us, suggesting actions and decisions that are aligned with our true path. Thus, by quieting our mind and focusing on the present, we can access that deeper dimension where our higher self resides. Through this process, we discover that our thoughts are not merely tools to navigate the world but gateways connecting us to the infinite wisdom within. If these signs resonated with you and helped you better understand your connection to your higher self, don't forget to leave a like. This helps the channel grow and allows us to bring you even more content that can enrich your spiritual journey. And of course, subscribe to the channel to keep receiving videos like this and strengthen your journey of self-discovery. We're all in this together. Our most creative and inspiring thoughts are not just fleeting ideas, they come from the depths of our spiritual essence. Every time we follow that inner spark, we honor our higher self and allow it to guide us toward growth. However, to achieve this, it is crucial to learn to differentiate between thoughts that arise from our ego, such as fear, doubt, and anxiety, and those that come from a higher source filled with wisdom, love, and intuitive direction. This kind of inner discernment helps guide us to make decisions that are more aligned with our true nature. So as we move forward on our personal journey, we may begin to notice that some relationships in our lives start to change. It's common to feel that certain people who were once central to our routine no longer fit in the same way. Why does this happen? As our soul expands and we evolve, our vibration begins to attract people who are more in tune with our new level of consciousness. Connecting with those who bring positive energy into our lives becomes a natural priority, and gradually, those who are not on the same frequency start to drift away. This process is part of personal and spiritual transformation. What's fascinating is that, in many cases, this distance occurs peacefully, without conflict. Some people around us are also going through their own process of change, and that can lead to a mutual separation without resentment or friction. Slowly, we find new connections with people who share similar visions and purposes, people who encourage our growth and support us on our journey of self-discovery. However, the process of letting go of old relationships isn't always easy. It can bring emotional confusion or uncertainty. Yet, these moments of doubt are opportunities to trust the guidance of our higher self, which knows clearly where we are headed and what we need to release in order to move forward. Another important sign of the connection with our higher self is the intensification of our emotions. If you're experiencing deep feelings repeatedly, it could be a signal that your soul is trying to get your attention. These intense emotions, whether joy, sadness, or even introspection, often arise when we align more closely with our spiritual essence. As we deepen this connection, we may notice our emotions fluctuating, reflecting the internal changes we're going through. During these times, it's crucial not to reject these feelings, but to understand them as part of the growth process. They are manifestations of the bond we have with our higher self, inviting us to explore our emotional world further to uncover the lessons these emotions carry. By learning to navigate this emotional intensity, we also strengthen our relationship with our higher self. Every emotion that surfaces is a sign that we are on the right path toward personal transformation. The next sign that arises from our connection with the higher self is the desire to find peace in solitude. Have you noticed a growing inclination to spend more time with yourself, as if you feel the need to organize your thoughts and emotions? Perhaps you realize that social activities or hobbies you once enjoyed no longer hold the same appeal. This sudden desire to withdraw from the external world isn't negative. It's a sign that your higher self is seeking a deeper connection. As we begin to respond to this call, we find ourselves seeking quieter spaces, away from the daily noise, where we can connect with our inner essence. Although solitude may feel strange or uncomfortable at first, it is in these moments of retreat that we truly reconnect with the spiritual dimensions we often forget. It's a valuable time to explore our being and dive deeper into the profound truths of our existence. The more we embrace this desire for solitude, the clearer the connection with our higher self becomes. Now let's move on to the second to last sign, the practice of meditation. You may have felt a growing urge to dedicate time to meditation, to momentarily step away from the distractions of the outside world and focus on your inner self. Meditation acts as a bridge between our physical and spiritual dimensions, helping us temporarily disconnect from the material and focus our attention on the spiritual plane. This impulse to meditate might be another signal that your higher self is seeking to communicate with you. Personally, I've felt that same calling. It's as if something inside me pushes me to set aside more time for this practice, an internal need to be present and at peace with myself. It can be difficult to put this feeling into words, but when I dedicate time to meditation, I feel whole. It's a way to quiet the mind, calm the body, and tune into my true essence. That's why I've chosen to dedicate myself even more to this practice. It offers me unparalleled serenity and a deeper connection with the present moment. Meditation also plays a crucial role in the process of releasing emotional burdens or relationships that no longer contribute to our spiritual growth. It opens the door to higher dimensions where we can find relief from stress, anxiety, or sadness. By connecting to these higher planes, we gain clarity and learn to face life's challenges from a more elevated and peaceful perspective. Lastly, the final sign of this deep connection with the higher self is a newfound sense of inspiration and enthusiasm for life. Have you noticed recent changes in the way you view the world or how you approach everyday situations? These significant transformations are a direct result of a stronger bond with your higher self. As this relationship deepens, we become more creative, more focused on our goals, and more committed to our personal growth. This inspiration is a powerful force that propels us forward, pushing us to find a greater sense of purpose in what we do and how we live. It's a clear sign that we are aligned with our higher self, and that we're progressing toward a more fulfilled and authentic life. As our connection with the higher self strengthens, we also become braver and more open to facing the challenges that life presents. At some point, you might find yourself exploring new paths, starting a project, building the home of your dreams, entering new relationships, or taking valuable risks in entrepreneurship. Fascinating, isn't it? This awakening of your higher self has the potential to trigger profound changes in your life, allowing you to navigate uncharted territories with renewed energy and a clearer sense of purpose. The spiritual growth that stems from this connection pushes us to embrace the new, welcoming opportunities that might have once intimidated us. Suddenly, the challenges that once seemed unreachable become moments of transformation and self-discovery. The entire process feels like an invitation to live from a place of greater authenticity, recognizing the power within us to change our reality and create a future that aligns more deeply with our true desires. What we've explored here are just some of the many signs that may indicate your higher self is trying to communicate with you. It's true that this topic is incredibly vast and can be approached from many perspectives, each revealing new layers of meaning. But I'd like to invite you to reflect on these particular signs and how they might be affecting your connection with your higher self at this very moment. Take more time for introspection and self-reflection, as these moments of stillness and contemplation are invaluable for strengthening that spiritual connection. Each instance of reflection brings you closer to that version of yourself that seeks to awaken and flourish. The connection with our higher self is not only a spiritual process, but an invitation to live more fully, facing life's challenges with courage and an open mind. As you deepen this practice of reflection, you'll notice how that connection becomes more solid and clear, guiding each step of your path. This is a journey with no end. It continues to expand as you commit to growing and exploring the vast dimensions of your higher self. If you want to dive deeper into your spiritual journey, don't forget to download my ebook Divine Essence, Rediscovering the Inner Self and Spiritual Peace. The link is in the description below. Thank you for following along. If you enjoyed this content and feel it has helped you in some way, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to keep receiving more videos like this. Speaking of that, the next video is full of insights that will help you even further on your spiritual journey. Just click here to keep exploring your connection with your higher self. See you there.